Happy New Year, everyone. This is Downtown NorCal coming to you live for Wine Time, my weekly wrap-up of what's going on in small businesses everywhere in Northern California. Well, not everywhere. I want to tell you what I'm going to drink, what I'm drinking tonight, what I'm wearing, what's the latest in small businesses this week, and I'm going to talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions. So this is our first for 2020. My name is Heidi. I am not Barbara Walters. If you've seen that joke. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you about is the Cabernet Sauvignon I'm drinking. Just opened. It's called Tank House, and this is a 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon. The grapes are grown in the Lodi area, which is Central Valley, typically very hot, so that's going to do something nice for a Cabernet. And then the winery itself is near Gilroy, darling? Gilroy. Last week I was in Miami for a little holiday with my family, and I just said, frankly, screw it. I didn't feel like doing Wine Time because Wine Time was pretty much all the time in Miami. I have to say, fabulous city to visit, but I did at least post a picture of this dress, which I promised I would talk about. And it goes right to the heart of why I do Downtown NorCal, and that is to enliven people's interests in small businesses. And I do it for free because it matters to our communities, and it matters to you, and it matters to our quality of life. So this is a designer I found in the Wynwood district, or the Wynwood neighborhood in Miami, and that area is known for a lot of artists. And I just found her. She was doing a pop-up shop. Her intention is to create her own label, and you'll notice it's very resort friendly. But anyway, oops, spilled the wine. She is from India. Her family, she was born here, but her family was from India, migrated here. And then in order to connect with her her cultural origins, she goes back to India and she sources local goods from there in order to create her own label. And I found two pieces I fell in love with that really worked for me. There were plenty of other things to find as well. And I'll show at some point in the future the other piece that I bought. But also this necklace, if you can see, I just love it because it shows the phases of the moon. And I just think that's kind of a lovely statement, and I love the way it hangs. I think it's an unusual layout for a necklace, not something you would normally find online or in a department store. Again, very original, very thoughtful, very tasteful. So her name is Ara Edit. Well, the design is the designer, the label is Ara Edit. And so to her, I just want to say thank you for entertaining me. She's also looking to do some pop-up action out here in California, and so I gave her some ideas. So any of you businesses who happen to be paying attention tonight, if you're interested in learning more about her, I'd be happy to connect you, because I do think this is an up-and-coming star, given what I saw and given how just her whole vision was working in that store. I really feel she is going to be someone we'll see. And this is exactly how small businesses make it. They find new quality, original designs that then come out, and you don't find this everywhere. I mean, look at this fabric. I find it terrific. And also, it is a reminder that in January for fashion, what I'm thinking about is not just the sales going on, and those are fun for your basics. Remember, don't go buying last year's fads. Go ahead and buy your basics that you know you'll wear next year, like denim is a great buy. But what we're finding in stores right now, it is officially resort season. So yes, think about your bathing suits and all of that, because who wouldn't love a trip to Miami or somewhere warm? But this is all about resort tonight. So yeah, you might have the winter blues, but it's not too far before spring. I think 70 some odd days. Okay, what's happening in businesses? Like I mentioned, a lot of sales. This weekend, I did a little bit of checking around the small business windows, and there's still Christmas in the windows. And of course, those owners are working really hard to turn that over. So this is a good time if you are shy on your Christmas decor from this year and you'd like to really pump it up for next year. The styles don't change that much. Go ahead and splurge on that. Also, as I mentioned, a lot of fashion turns over, And as we think about the new year, a lot of you I know made resolutions around maybe eating more healthfully and doing those sorts of things. Maybe you want to change up some style in your home, make things more welcoming. We have all kinds of goals in the new year. So this is a great time to go out and look at your home stores, your cooking stores, anything that brings that kind of resolution to bear. They're going to be closing out items in order to bring in new spring items. And of course, cookware, for example, doesn't change that much. So go ahead and check out those sales. Now, in particular, I want to mention in Woodland, a town I'm very fond of because it does have a growing small business district. And I'm from Davis as a primary residence, but I am finding myself increasingly going up 113 to Woodland. And so I'm going to pull out my little, what some loving friend of mine said would look like a Sesame Street board, but you know, this is high tech here. Nothing but the best for all of you. So in Woodland, this next weekend, both all Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, from 11 to 4 p.m., there are about 10 stores that are connecting together for that one day to have a warehouse store. This will be a first annual event. And this means they're going to be closing out some surprising material. So that's January 10th through 12th from 11 to 4. And you can see the location here. That's 423 First Street in Woodland. And so I hope to see you there. I do intend to check it out in advance. I hope to post some pictures of some items that will be on sale in advance if they let me. In fact, I know of one business that's actually going to let me do that. So I hope to surprise you with some exciting finds that you can actually purchase for yourself. But go ahead and take advantage of it. Now, one of the wonders that happens over the holidays is a lot of people decide it's time to get engaged. And I'll say, you know, cheers to you, and I'll drink to it, because marriage is no joke. But how long have we been married, dear? Talking to my husband.
Is that a loaded question?
It's loaded.
There's no right
I'm
answer.
Loaded. No, there's not. It's 26 years. It is no joke. So congratulations to all of you, and I hope your wedding goes smoothly. But when you think about your small businesses that specialize in the wedding industry, some of those products have gone a little bit quiet over the holidays. And I'm going to mention a couple in particular. So, and the reason I mention it is because you're going to actually get good deals if you take advantage of those services and goods now. So stationery stores are one of those options. And everyone needs to have an invitation that's lovely and goes out to all your friends, or, you know, guest books, printed napkins, all the things you can imagine that might belong in a stationery store. So if you happen to have one of those in your community, and I have to say, there's a wonderful store in Palo Alto. Do you remember the name of it, darling?
It's the little...
Oh my gosh,
I don't
it's
remember
so
the
good.
name of it.
Letter Perfect. Letter Perfect in Palo Alto. Fabulous place to go. In fact, it's worth the trip. But these are the kinds of stores that are going to be especially ready to see you this time of year. So if you got engaged, go check them out. Also, even though if there was a lot of engagement activity, jewelers are going to start to slow down, except for those people who are waiting for Valentine's Day for whatever reason. But they're going to start to slow down, and they're going to be eager to move inventory that didn't move over the holidays. So if you want something special, and I'm talking Mother's Day, because I'm a mother, but if you want something special for someone this year, this is a good time to buy. So go check out your local jeweler. Don't buy online, check it out in person, because that is the most thoughtful thing to do, and it's also the most affordable, because who wants to bring home something that looks All right, another industry. I said I'd mention two, but I'm actually mentioning three. That goes quite quiet over the holidays is the dance industry. And I mean ballroom dancing. And I know a number of you are going to be thinking about your wedding plans, and you're going to be setting your date and thinking about the dress and who's on your invite list. But something you should really think about right now is your first dance. And a lot of you will want to have something special to dance to as you're becoming a couple. Or maybe a mother-son dance, or some kind of special thing where the whole bridal party gets in action. So this is a terrific time because dance teachers kind of get pretty slow since their regular students take a lot of time off during the holidays, and then it takes them a while to get back into it. And I am a ballroom dancer, and I'm happy to make recommendations to you. And I just happened to bring this as a little prop. It's one of my favorite little dance skirts. So if dancing is part of your New Year's resolution, or if you're going to need dance lessons for some reason this year, let me know and think about it, because the sales are probably going to hit you really well right now. Okay, as far as resolutions go, I want to cover this. There are two quotes that start with "wherever you go." One is from a childhood book, and then another is something I heard from my husband. He can tell you about that.
Gertrude Stein.
From Gertrude Stein. He knows a lot of interesting information. Sometimes I don't know where he files it all, but he does. So one quote is, "Wherever you go, there's something to miss." That is from the children's book. So like a new job or any kind of shift you make in your life, wherever you go, there's something to miss. So even if you're deciding to give up drinking, you're probably going to miss it a little bit. And that's okay. The other one is, "Wherever you go, there you are," which is the Gertrude Stein quote. And the point there is, we all put a lot of pressure on ourselves. There's nothing magical about the new year other than when you decide to make changes. And I recommend making them small. And if you find you're already drifting backwards, I have a good place for you to start, because it's very frequent that we want to do everything to improve ourselves at once, and it becomes too much. So I just want to point out a favorite little thing of mine. I get these brightening pads for my face. Skincare can be a resolution, just of total self-care and changing up your skin regimen a little bit. But I go to Dr. Powell. It's A+ Image in Davis. Now, wherever your communities are, you are likely to have a medical professional, and I mean a doctor, who knows how to work with your skin. I'm not talking about a dermatologist. I'm saying any of your regular doctors frequently will have products that they can support with your skincare. And I love A+ Image because she balances both a medical load and a load of patients who care about their overall appearance. And these pads are fabulous. It's my favorite beauty find of 2019, and I think will continue into 2020. So in Davis, A+ Image. And I'm not sure if you can actually order these on the phone or not. You probably have to be a patient, but it's worth the trip. They're just these little pads that are filled with goodies that need to be medically supervised. Nothing that's harsh or bad for you, but they clear your skin. They even out your pigment. As we age, we all get kinds of interesting colors going on with our skin and differences. This is my favorite of 2019. And again, will continue to be. I just picked up some more. So these are little brightening pads. Again, A+ Image in Davis, California. So with that, take it easy on yourself. Try not to get too worked up about your resolutions. And if you end up over the year having a resolution, not a resolution, but just a decision that you want to change something up, do it that day. Don't wait until next year on the 1st. Just start right away. So here's to all of you for a great week. Don't forget about the sale in Woodland next week, and I'll see you next Saturday. Cheers.